Good afternoon, my turn to explain on here. And this is going to be the second part. After the online resources, we have communities for education. So let's first define what is online communities for education. So here we have a good definition. Online learning communities are essential to achieving productive content for online learning. They're so popular, especially not only in higher education, but also in other things, primary and community participate in online learning and create an interactive canvas of the instruction and feedback. So how do we say this? Because not only the real-life situation has society, also internet, social, and internet actually has also communities that you can build. And there are different communities. However, this one is used mainly for educational purposes. So let's see the examples of this. So here comes the example of communities for education. First of all, it's a classroom 2.0. This is actually the classroom for those involved in Web 2.0. So, social media participatory technologies, participate in meetings, obtain updates with activities and get contact with colleagues. So this is actually more like a professional part where people or colleagues such as me and other people can interact and have meetings online. Not only that, but also share interests, check if there is recent activities or is there any other opportunities that other people can have. His suggestions for lesson suggestion lessons is on core science language. Our global education language shared schools like no matter what the grade level. Yeah, so you can see there's no pictures, but I'm going to explain what is this. And it's actually model for teachers. And this is actually for teachers, but not only limited to teachers, but also for people who are students, such as me, or you as well, if you're a student, ask some certain things if you don't know. Is there any recommendation for me, or what course is better to go to? Is there any other course that I can go around with, or maybe transfer to? Well, of course, that model education for teachers is actually there for you. And is it difficult assignments if it's not about course? Is it about a certain activity? Is there a possible way to make these things easy? Course, and model for educators is, for teachers is actually the help. Okay, another one. This one is the Discovery Educator Network. So, what responsibility in education is a positive learning atmosphere to help you develop your practice, provide valuable networking opportunities, promote the sharing of great ideas, and cultivate the joy of teaching and learning. So, more on this is actually more sharing more on emotional sides and psychological sides. Well, actually, not just learning, but also pleasing your mentality. Not only mentality, but also your emotions. This is actually great. Driving all people to have better opportunities, joy, and of course, connecting hands. So, this doesn't mean that you're a student, it doesn't mean you are limited to some extent. That's not what the definition is really implying on. It's actually saying that everyone can participate, no matter what. Are you a teacher, are you a principal, are you a student, or are you a staff? Maybe it's now, video resources designed for teacher professional development and observation in class and online collaboration. This is actually so this is actually more of a video resources. Actually, you can find videos here for teachers giving their lessons, or maybe students sharing their information about their topics as well, subjects and other matters. This is where you can learn things passively without ever actively engaging yourself into a more discussion. You just listen, watch the videos, and learn. Okay, for the like-minded people who believe in our learning, transformation, technology, and people, is an integral course of effective digital chain. So this is the common sense editor. Finally, misleading information. So of course, common sense is always there. And this is a form or common group of like-minded people. What do you mean by like-minded people? What do you mean say that? It means allied or maybe similar. So we have a similar way, similar line of thinking. Then we are very much suitable for this kind of community. And community is where actually share their thoughts and people agree on them because this, if I can say, this is what's the opposite of conflict theory? More of like that. Okay. Offers an online organization that supports open learning and that is simplified learning to their passion and spirits. So this is the educators innovators. So from the word itself, from the logo itself, well, it's not here present, but the name itself, educators innovators, actually what offers our people to exemplify link learning through their passion and spirits, which means that passion is teaching and that is your spirit, then you are going to force a your own career, it says. While educators and innovators actually offer that qualifications and functions, you can also join in there to openly express yourself and to get also advices from other professionals. So, this educator advice or for sharing. Stories about what we as educators do and shape. So, this is actually the continuation of the first one, and this is actually the second one. So, okay. Now the third, this vibrant online community where teachers can observe, exchange, and learn different strategies to help each student grow. So, from the name itself, the current, it is actually more of focusing on how the waves goes. Well, not technically or not literally on it, but are more on the symbolic side of it, which means focus on the students' growth and spiritual growth. It means that we want professional students who are mainly going to help themselves and also discover themselves. It is an online community where teachers can socialize, develop friendship, exchange teaching tips, experience and passion, lesson plans, career opportunities, etc. So this is the educators plan. This is where students students and educators also connect with each other through link or many things, as we have seen here in the mentioned examples. So academic covers they will up-to-date research tools. So here, if you want something or if you want to research that will help you in your future events or maybe future researches, academic actually is there to help you. So, not by only sharing researches, but also giving us one more updated version of that. And will make your learning and making research or thesis making much more easier. Okay, that's the end of the lesson 4. I hope you enjoyed. Moving on to lesson 5.
So let's now go ahead to discuss collaborative projects and technology tools. So technology tools enable and enhance collaboration. Why? Because technology tools wherein teachers can provide documents, presentations, and data, where teachers and students can communicate effectively with each other through that we want to communicate with real time. And also, it creates surveys, quizzes, presentations. At the same time, it helps us disseminate information, distribute information, and data. It helps us gather information and store it. And also it manage information that in a way that we can organize every information that we can get from technology tools. So these are some of the technology tools that we can use in teaching and also for learning. So first is the Google Form. It allows users to create forms, surveys, and quizzes as well as collaboratively edit and exchange types with other people. So in the past few days, we are using online quizzes because we all know that in the 21st century, we are already in the ICT integrated. So some of our classes was done online. So in this subject as well, we've done our quizzes through online when we are already at home. So Google Form help us still communicate with our classmates, with our teachers, and it helps us answer the quizzes. Next is Google Docs. It is an online word processing software that allows you to save all documents and files on Google Drive for free. So I'm all aware that it is already familiar with us since we are already ICT integrated. So presently we have switches. We have a presentation that needs to be researched online. And through that, we can create that presentation through Google Docs. We can type all the information that we have gathered so that when it's time to submit that information, we just save it through Google Docs. So it's really convenient for us and easy to use as well. So it creates and edit documents, just like what I have mentioned, and it helps also to store documents since the information that we have today or we have created today, we can still use it in the future or maybe tomorrow as our reference. So Google Docs will help us store this information so we can still use it in the time that we need it. Next is Edmodo. Edmodo is the leading social media and learning site for teachers and students alike, also known as Facebook for education. So Edmodo is common and likely with Facebook. So it is a type of online platform where students and teachers can message with each other for real-time communications. Also, it enables shares of contents. For example, you really wanted to study a module that your teacher only have access with. So you can use Edmodo to exchange messages with your teacher and have the files that you needed. And also, it can help you answer assignments and as what I have mentioned, communication with your teacher. So it's like Facebook. It is not just all about teachers and students. Parents also can use Edmodo to ang ilang mga, for example, isa akong mama, iya kong ginang-survey kung good ba ang akong performances sa school. So, pwede sila mag-use of next. Google Classroom. It is a resource that allows students to post questions and receive responses from their fellow students and teachers. So, nakagamit na po ang Google Classroom way back when I was in senior high school. Because during senior high school, online learning lang due to pandemic. So, one tool that we use is the Google Classroom. It is where teachers create a online classroom for us where he or she posts our assignments, our quizzes, our projects, and we can also submit those data in Google Classroom as well. So, it helps communication and collaboration between teachers and students. So, it is also great for assignment our teachers. Next is Canvas. It allows students to access class materials from anywhere and give teachers creative freedom to develop lesson plans. So I'm not quite familiar with this technology tool, but as what I have researched online, it helps create and manage online courses. So this is where teachers post their modules so that students can access it anywhere, wherever they are. And also it helps students to submit their assignments and interact with instructors if they have something that they wanted to ask. It is also user-friendly and customizable. Next is Moodle. You can create classes, make attendance lists, supply learning materials, give quizzes, submit feedback, and much more. So I'm all aware that we are familiar with Moodle since we are using it right now. Well, since we are ICT integrated, we have Moodle where we can access our modules, where we can track the learning evidences that we have to do, where we can track the deadlines, and also as I have scrolled in Moodle, I can see that there is attendance where teachers can post the attendance or where teachers can post the grades that they have given to us, and also you can also provide feedback. There is also a specific area where you can comment, where student can comment, and also teacher as well. So for me, it is helpful and useful as a student since it will notify me about my upcoming activities, so that I can track what things or what activity that I did already. So the good thing of it as well is that it will not notify you on the time of your due date or your deadline. It will notify you maybe 5 days before, 5 days before the deadline. And also when you already submitted your assignments or activities, it will also notify you, and it will also notify you when teachers have already checked and graded your tools. Next is Zoom. It is a free video conference platform commonly used for online meetings and interactive presentations for education. So it is used for online meeting and online classes, webinars, and whatnot. So it allows screen share, screen record, chat. There is also a chat there. There is also emoticons, and you can also share presentations. So this was first introduced to me when I was in senior high school as well, because due to the pandemic, the COVID-19, so we were changed from the classroom in school to online classes, since we need to stay at home for our safety. So it was the Zoom platform was first introduced to me. So it is where you conduct your online meetings or online classes. It will help you share your presentation because you can share a screen record, and also for meetings. So it is very helpful for me that time since we are in distance learning. So even though we are in distance learning that time, I was still able to learn something from my classes in senior high school. Next is Schoology. It is a platform to develop engaging content, plan lesson plans, and assess student comprehension. So that's what I have researched online. It is like Google Classroom, where teachers can post their assignments, their tasks that students needs to be done, and this is where students as well can submit their assignments through online. So thus, technology makes teaching, learning, and collaboration easier and more convenient. So right now, since we are already in the 21st century, we are already using technology tools as part of our classes, since it is one of the 21st century skills. So there is advantage and disadvantages of using technology tools. However, technology tools. So, with the help of technology tools, it made our education easy, convenient, and also accessible. Thank you.
Thank you.